Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Tech, and it's 9:46 a.m. on Wednesday the 13th, and we have some great stuff going on, guys, as far as Electroneum is concerned. Really great stuff. Great news yesterday from the BCI Summit in New York City, where the instant payment beta was shown for the first time, and there's a video here on Electroneum's blog about how the beta, or how the instant payment system works. And it's awesome, man. It's great, guys. This is the whole entire reason why Electroneum is going to be amazing. And let me break down why this is so important. In the developing world, a lot of people do not have the registers, right? Like, what's becoming popular now is the Square registers, the iPad registers, where people swipe their cards on their iPads, or use an NFC technology like Samsung Pay or Apple Pay to pay, pay via contactless technology. And in many developing countries, people do not have these registers available, or it's just not practical because they're constantly moving around, right? They're on a very dusty roadside market somewhere, or there's a marketplace where it's just not practical to keep that kind of technology around. And what Electroneum is doing is setting up an instant payment system that will allow merchants to receive payments on their phones without needing cards. You understand me? So, let's say you're selling your fabrics, you're in Nairobi, or you're in Mumbai, and you're selling your fabrics, and you have an Android phone, and you sell a fabric, or you want to sell a fabric, and the person has Electroneum. All you have to do is make contact or scan the barcode, and the transfer is made instantly. Alright, so you don't have to wait for confirmations. You don't have to wait for anything to load up. It takes 2 seconds, boom, and the transfer is made. Alright, so this is why this is so important, and this is so revolutionary, because it's going to change commerce globally. Alright, no cards required. You don't need a debit card, a credit card. None of that is necessary. So that's very important. Now, the vendor application goes out July 1st. Alright, they're going to look for vendors who are able to perform API integration and start accepting ETN in a live environment. So this is exceptionally exciting. No other coin is really doing this. Alright, Electroneum is the total package. They have the mass adoption angle covered, alright, with the app and the mining. The instant payment patent for instant payment technology. And they have deals with telecom providers to preload the app. I mean, this is the most complete, perfect, technical side. We know there's a lot of problems, and they're working those out, and they keep us updated. So I'm not worried about that, because they've been very straightforward for the most part about the problems and how how they're handling it. So that's super exciting, man. All right, we're up to 1.6 million users. Everything's looking great. Now, let me talk about the market real quick, because the market has been tanking pretty much, right, since the news about the Korean exchange. So we're down below 300 billion for the first time in a while. And there are 4,200 coins, over 4,000, which is too many coins, alright? So we know already that the market is saturated with too many coins. What is that going to do? Well, the more certain coins go down, the less people will pay attention to them, and the more they will die off. Alright, because if you go all the way to the end of the 4,200, 4,300 now. Alright, so it's just been an ever increasing thing. But also, if we could go back to the last set of cryptocurrencies, but we can't. Well, let's just go down to, alright, so we're down in like the hundreds, alright? And a lot of these are really not necessary. Bean Cash, I mean, what is that? So a lot of these really are trash. Now, Electroneum has one of the biggest user bases in all of crypto, right? Almost 2 million people. The instant technology, the instant payment technology, the mobile mining, all of that is working as far as growing. Electroneum has been growing continuously since the mining app has come out. So it's growing. Once they get the kinks worked out of the blockchain, they're going to start promoting. Alright? And they're going to be promoting the instant payment system so that vendors can use it, and that there's a user base, or there's a use case for people to use it. Alright? All of that's unfolding this summer. So I expect Electroneum has been hanging out around the 100, in between like 80 and 100. But this one is going to move up so much. That I expect it to be in the top 20 sooner or later. Because a lot of these coins really are hype, but they have a lot of volume and a big market cap. So there's a lot of people holding it. Alright? But the more and more Electroneum makes its name known, the bigger it's going to be. And the more, I suspect, people are going to take a liking to it, because it's very simple to use. For the most, I mean, you still have to go through exchanges and whatnot, but transferring it from peer to peer is very simple. It's going to be easy to use if you want to pay for something. There's already businesses that use it. Alright, they showed a coffee shop that uses it. A lot of small businesses, small merchants are going to love it. So I expect it to move up a lot. Now, there's a lot of speculation about price. And here's why I believe the price target should be, practically speaking, $1. Because $1 would match it up perfectly with a US dollar. And what that would mean is that 1 cent would equal 0.01 Electroneum, 50 cents would equal 0.50 Electroneum, and it would be very easy to use, and you wouldn't have to change the code to fit more decimal spaces. Alright, now, really, the way Electroneum is set up, they could actually, you know, 0.01 Electroneum could be any price for the most part. But it's going to be hard, for example, to, if Electroneum was $100 and having 0.01 Electroneum be $1, that means you can't break it down any smaller. So transfers and buying would have to always be at a whole number, and the whole number would have to start at 100. Alright, so that makes it very difficult kind of to purchase smaller items and things of that nature. But if you're buying a car or something large, very expensive, then it's easy. But buying a cup of coffee, something like that, would be very difficult. So I think that $1 is the reasonable target. So essentially, my personal goal is to acquire 1 million Electroneum before that happens. And Electroneum is going down in price. Excellent buying opportunity. It's only 0.0138. I mean, it's a super good buying opportunity right now. And that's what I've been doing. I've just been accumulating more and more every day pretty much. And I will continue doing so until I reach my target. And that's what I'm going to do. And if you think along the same lines as I do, then you'll see why I think $1 is a good target and a good realistic expectation to get out of Electroneum. Alright? So, I'm not going to talk about much else right now. I might come back with some more information about different ICOs, things of that nature. But I just wanted to focus on Electroneum this morning. Because I think, and I hope I'm proven correct about the $1 and about the move up in the market. Because, EOS, for example, they have a mainnet that failed, right? Testnet that failed, and they're still up in the top 5. You know what I mean? So Electroneum should be up there. So we'll see what happens, Take care, guys. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one.